The human body has two symmetrical sides. This means that if you draw an imaginary line down the center of your body, you can see that the left and right sides are mirror images of one another. The human brain also follows this design and can be divided into two halves known as hemispheres. The two hemispheres of the brain each control different behaviors, and each hemisphere processes information from the opposite side of your body. This means that, in general, the left hemisphere of your brain controls the right side of your body. The left hemisphere also plays a role in your reasoning skills, language, reading, writing, and number skills. The right hemisphere of your brain controls the left side of your body. The right hemisphere also plays a role in your perception of space, insight into your own abilities, imagination, creativity, and musical ability. The right and left hemispheres of the brain each have 4 sections called lobes. These lobes form a map that helps us identify specific areas of the brain and what those areas do. The frontal lobe is the most forward part of your brain, right behind your forehead. The frontal lobe is responsible for controlling your emotions and behaviors. This is your inner voice that reminds you to keep some thoughts to yourself. You can also think of your frontal lobe as your inner secretary. It helps keep you on track and organized. Additionally, the frontal lobe plays a big role in your memory, judgment, reasoning, concentration, speech, and movement. Muscle movement is controlled by an area at the back of your frontal lobe called the motor strip. The parietal lobe is located behind your frontal lobe, at the top of your brain. The parietal lobe controls the feeling of where your body is in space. It also houses the sensory strip, which interprets sensations from your body, such as touch, temperature, and pain. The parietal lobe also plays a role in processing language. The temporal lobe is on the side of your brain below the parietal lobe. The temporal lobe is responsible for understanding and producing language, some of your emotions, your ability to interpret the emotions of others, and your hearing. It's also responsible for your visual memory, such as memory for scenes, faces, and objects, as well as your verbal memory, including memory for words and names. The occipital lobe is located at the back of your brain. It is primarily responsible for interpreting visual information. In addition to the 4 lobes, your brain also has 2 other regions called the cerebellum and the brainstem. The cerebellum is located at the back of the brain, beneath the occipital lobe. It is involved in the coordination and timing of your movements, your posture, and your balance. Your brainstem is the major communication hub connecting your brain to your body. It sends messages from your brain through your spinal cord to your body and back again. The brainstem controls many of your basic automatic functions that are essential for survival, including your breathing, swallowing, heart rate, digestion, blood pressure, and sleep-wake cycles. It also plays a role in hearing, eye movement, balance, and the muscle movements for speech. Lastly, beneath the 4 lobes, deep within the brain, is a core region where deep structures are located. These deep structures are important for communicating messages between the different parts of your brain and the spinal cord. They are also the primary center for your emotions, memory, and learning. Included among these deep structures are the thalamus, hypothalamus, basal ganglia, and hippocampus. The brain plays a crucial role in your body's functions and overall well-being. The different parts of your brain all work in harmony to make sure your body functions properly. When you have a brain injury or disorder, you may lose some abilities you had before. Talk with your healthcare provider if you have any questions about your brain or how it may be affected by your injury or health condition.